In today's video, I have to become a Grand Wizard and survive 100 days. I have 3 objectives. First, craft full mage armor and defeat strong enemies to power up into battle mage gear. Second, clear crypts and dungeons to find awesome new spells like Flame Breathing and Undead Summoning. And third, bring an end to a beast dragon that is terrorizing a local village. Will I make it? Will I survive? Tune in to find out. I spawned in and found myself in a green field, and running about I came across some kind of outpost which had a chest inside with some wheat, zombie flesh and also sticks. I also got the hay bale nearby for easy food, and then started breaking the structure to craft a crafting bench and then a wooden pickaxe and a sword. And when I was done I went ahead and massacred some pigs and got a bunch of stone to upgrade my tools. I then collected the crafting table and also the chest nearby. Killed a few sheep nearby to craft a bed later on, and started running to see what I could find, until I came across some type of structure made out of rune stones. I quickly saw a spawner and destroyed it before anything could spawn, and below it was a chest with a firebomb and a crystal silver plating which I could use to upgrade my mage armor later in the game when I actually have it. I also mined the structure for the rune stones because I might need them at some point. Killed more sheep, and then found another one of those structures. This time a bunch of flying spirits came out flying at me, and they did quite a lot of damage, but they didn't have a lot of health, so I just had to aim my sword and try to hit them. But once I got them all down, they dropped some spectral dust, and going inside the chest I found more poison, smoke and fire bombs. A spellbook with a name I couldn't read yet, as well as a few magic crystals which I could use to craft a wand with. And then I kept on running to explore what else the land could offer. I needed to find a cave which would have more magic crystals, but first I wanted to scale a snow mountain nearby and see what's at the top. To craft a magic staff I first would need an arcane table, and for that I'll require special materials that are rare to find in normal caves. So this was the only way for me to become a Grand Wizard: explore the snowy tundra. I then came across a polar bear, had a stone sword but still decided to try and take it down as it dropped food that heals you a lot better than normal pork chops. I also went through a cave that was inside a frozen ice lake. But I was getting hungry, so I decided to mine some coal and craft a furnace to cook the food. And as I was done, I packed my things and started running again, until I came across a dragon in the distance. These guys could smell you a mile away, so I wanted to get underground fast, before it started flying at me. And right away I crafted a few torches and mined tin and copper ore. This cave was rich in materials, which was really awesome for me. I also came across some orange stone which, if I remembered correctly, was required for an arcane table. But then fighting a shade, a creeper also creeps up behind me. I nearly die and get spooked really bad. I understand from that point that armor is my first priority and start smelting iron ore. And after a bit more mining, I equip an iron chest plate and also pants, and make myself an iron pickaxe and a sword. And come across gold. This is a really important material for the arcane table. I also find crystal ore and finally lapis lazuli. Now I got all the materials to craft my magic staff. I got a bit more coal and cooked some meat, and started by crafting a lapis lazuli block, and started smelting the gold. And as it was done, smelted some cobblestone to create a smooth stone. I combined a rose and lapis lazuli to make a purple dye, and then finally placed all the pieces to craft an arcane table. As I placed it, I got to crafting a magic wand. I didn't learn any spells yet, but I was finally ready to do so. So placing the wand on the arcane table and putting a book beside it, I learned my very first spell. And before leaving, I mined a bunch more crystals and also some emeralds. And then came across a zombie. I got out my wand and casted my first spell, deciphering its name and allowing me to read it. The spell was called Arc, and it was a small lightning I could zap mobs with. But once I got out of the cave and there were no dragons nearby, I started exploring again. until I came across a weird chicken temple, but I didn't care at the time and started zapping the chickens to stack up on food. But then got attacked by an avatar of a chicken god. This guy was huge and had a lot of health. Luckily he was behind the fence and couldn't reach me if I used my wand from a safe distance. So it took some time, but eventually I managed to bring him down with my little zapping damage. And he dropped a new spell book. I couldn't read it as it was in cryptic writing again, but it was a novice spell and I needed to learn it quickly. So I farmed a few more chickens, the mighty god protected. I placed the wand and the spellbook together, and once I learned it and casted the spell, I summoned a zombie. It started burning up as it was daytime, but this was really cool as this was my first minion I could spawn on command. I collected the arcane table and then saw a castle in the distance. It was getting late, so I decided to see if they were friendly and I could stay the night there. Which turned out they are. I pushed the lever and their gates opened up. There were a bunch of adventurers inside, but I went upstairs. And inside one of the rooms decided to see what they had in their chest, and they had a lot of string and also pork chops. Now these items will be pretty useless, but for a wizard like me, I can use them to finally craft my robes. I combined them with a magic crystal and got a ton of magic silk. And then I used them to craft my first stage wizard armor. I had an awesome robe and a hat, and when I put them on I was finally looking like a real wizard. But then I heard some magic spell noises. I went outside to see what's happening and saw two wizards fighting it out. I quickly jumped down and ran to help out one of them. And the evil wizard had more health than the good one. I could see the bad one by his eyes, which were red color. So I started helping by casting some of my spells. And once he was down, I picked up 2 new spells from him. I couldn't read them, but before learning them using the arcane table, I went back to the base and slept to start a new day. I then jumped off and placed the workbench, placed my staff inside and first used the Tome of Arcana to upgrade my wand from the novice level to the apprentice. This allowed me to cast more powerful spells, and then placed the upgraded wand with a new spell. And when I used it for the first time, it was awesome. I learned the Flame Ray spell, and it looked really cool. After that, I got my arcane table and started running again. It was time to explore the land and find even more powerful spells. I really want to try out the spell. Oh, it looks so dope and does so much damage. I put them on fire, that's insane. And it's also like a ray of flame, that's so cool. I came across another rune temple with guarding spirits, and used my new spell to blast them from the ground using my ray of flame. The higher the level of a spell, the more mana it takes, so I have to recharge my staff with magic crystals more, but the new spells are always a lot more useful. And once I killed them, I started mining the structure for the magic runestones and also found a novice spell inside the chest with a fire and a smoke bomb. I finished collecting the runestones, and then ran further until I came across a tall tower. This one looked like the inhabitants wouldn't be friendly, and as I went up closer to check it out, I saw a coven scarecrow standing guard. It was definitely not a friendly place, so I decided to go inside and clean it all from these evil mobs. Okay, I gotta eat some pork chops. Okay, I got my health back up, I'm firing a ray of flame at her. But it turned out these guys are pretty dangerous. They do a lot of damage to me, as my wizard robes don't give a lot of armor. He even got me to 1.5 hearts before I defeated him with my ray of flame. I then went around and broke a window from the ground floor to clear out a zombie from inside, but the guards were really strong. It was difficult to get even inside this fortress. I decided to place an arcane bench and learn the spell I got from the runed stone statue. It was a simple dart spell. I also refilled the wand's power by infusing some magic crystals inside it, and used the one crystal silver plating shard I had to upgrade my chest into battle mage armor. It gave me a lot more armor, so I was sort of better prepared for the dungeon now. Okay, time to upgrade my wizard armor, and I got battle mage chest plate. It gives me a lot more protection and it looks so awesome. Now if only I could get a full set, that would be dope, but currently a chest piece is okay. And as I went inside, I saw a chest and a staircase going downstairs, but got attacked by another scarecrow. Shooting it with the new dart spells, I noticed they actually do a lot of damage. So, as I went deeper into the dungeon, I saw a bunch of zombies climbing up to get me. I started fending myself and equipped a shield mid-fight to hold them off, but there were so many I had to go back and kite them around the corridors. Die, zombie! Oh, there's so many of them! Oh, I gotta use my shield, gotta block them. Oh no, they're getting free. This is bad. I gotta fight them off somehow. Okay, these corridors are a little tight, but okay, I got free. I think I got free. As I got too low on health, I threw one of my fire bombs, but that didn't help their numbers dwindle down, as they just kept coming. But after a long battle, I finally cleared them all. And going downstairs, I see a scary witch puppet coming after me, as well as a vile breath warlock. These two look a lot tougher than zombies, so I try and fight them one at a time. Luckily, my novice dart spells actually do a lot of damage, so I managed to bring the warlock down first. Okay, I'm just firing some darts at him. He's pretty low right now, but he has so much health, and he's also like really fast. I'm trying to keep my distance, and I finally got him. Yes, let's go. Ooh, this guy is scary. And then it was time for the puppet. This guy looked scary. He had 3 rows of hearts, but I managed to keep my distance and defeat him as well. Okay, I'm nearly done with the puppet. It's at half health. Going down really fast. He can't really hit me because I'm on the stairs. That's really good. And descending down, I saw the warlock's nest. He had a cauldron for what I presume his spells, as well as an enchanting table with a library of books. This was a good place for me to enchant my gear, but there were so many bats I first had to get rid of them. And going around the corner, a giant arcane guardian runs at me. He is tanky and has a lot of health. I tried to kite him by throwing bombs and climbing up the stairs, but he stops following me. It's like he's locked to this basement. But as I try to fight him again, another second guardian runs up from behind him, and now it's a 2v1. This is really difficult, but I managed to slip by their attacks using my shield blocks, and also I keep barraging them with my wand. Luckily, the dart spells knock the enemies back, so I'm really lucky that I can keep these beasts away from me. But my wand's power is starting to drain, and I'm still in the middle of the fight. I hope it'll have enough power for me to finish this battle. Stay back, you beasts! Oh, they got so much health and they're so big. I'm just spamming my shield. I can't let them touch me. Okay, he's pretty low, Oh no, I'm out of mana. This is really bad. I'm nearly out of mana. Oof. Okay, they're still going after me. They still got quite a bit of health. I need to play my cards right. But then, my wand is out of juice. I have to use my iron sword and finish these guys off. Luckily, their health was already pretty low, so it was easy to finish the job. Exploring the warlock's nest, I open a chest and find a jade shield, which is a lot better than my current one. An advanced glove that works as a wand, but with increased fire spell damage, and also another crystal silver plating, which I can use to upgrade my one piece of wizard armor into battle mage armor. But the sickest thing is a cloak of light. When I crouch with it equipped in a dark place, it casts a ball of light, allowing me to see the whole place. This is really useful for those moments when you're out of torches. And in another chest I find a spellbook with an advanced spell, a tome of arcana to level up my wand, and also some other junk. I place an arcane table and level up my wand. And then learn the new spell I just found in one of these chests, as well as use some of the magic crystals to power it up again. And once I use the new spell, I get frozen in a spot. I learned the spell to summon an ice wrath, but unfortunately this time I guess I couldn't properly cast it, so I got frozen. And then when I try again, it doesn't seem to work. Maybe I'm inside and that's why. I then go back to the workbench and upgrade my wizard hat into a battle mage one. It looks a lot cooler now, since I'm more ready for battle. It also doesn't look like it's cloth now, so it'll give me more protection. And before leaving, I assigned some of my spells to the new advanced glove, and when I use it I can now cast my spells not only from my wand, but also from this enchanted glove. And I also enchant all my mage gear to give more protection and unbreaking. I'm in a warlock's nest and he has the whole setup already finished, with the enchanting table and the bookshelves, so it'd be a shame if I didn't use it now, and after that, I'm gone. It was time to explore and find the dragon that is wreaking havoc in this land. I need to defeat the dragon and fully become a real grand wizard. And my summon ice wrath spell also works since I'm outside. It's like a blaze but a snowy version, which is gonna be really awesome to have in my next battle. But coming across a weird pond of water in the middle of the field, when I climb it, a creature of the Black Lagoon attacks me. It's huge and has a ton of health. I don't want to let it get too close to me, so I use my spells and attack it from a distance. Oh, whoa, this creature of the Black Lagoon. Yeah, I gotta be careful with this one. He's really big. And he has a lot of health. He's hitting me. I can't even cast spells. Like, I'm trying to run away. And this guy, he's attacking me. Why are you attacking me, highwayman? He doesn't let me cast my spells. I'm trying to summon more minions, but oh my, I'm so low on health. I just gotta run. I gotta run. And while trying to summon an army of ice wraiths to fight for me, I get dropped to really low health and I have to basically run around and heal up again. But with a few final spells, I finally bring him down, and when I pick up his loot, I notice a red fire dragon flying in the sky. I think it saw me and quickly started hiding. Oh no, a dragon, I have to hide. Oh no, this is really bad. They can smell you from really far away, so I gotta quickly get my mana up, and also learn this new spell, so I hope it's good, but I don't think it's really good. Okay, I'm gonna learn it on my wand as well. Actually, I've got full slots. I've got full magic slots, so I'm gonna replace it, okay? And I quickly learned the new spell the Lagoon monster dropped. But then the fire dragon is on me now. I try to fight him by sending random spells at him. Okay, he's after me. He's firing his fireballs. I gotta get my arcane table and just run. But you know what? We're here to fight. This is our objective. This is it. I'm gonna fight him. Oh, he has so much health. It's insane. Oh, will I even bring him down? I can't even shoot my shots right. I can't hit him. I managed to hide from him in the middle of the battle, and when I get more ready, I start running at him again. Bringing him down is my goal to becoming the Grand Wizard, but unfortunately he is just too strong, and I fall into a dungeon opening in the ground. Since I'm trapped here, I now decide to dig down and explore the underground again, as it seems I'm ill prepared for this battle just yet. I need to find a lot of gold for golden apples, and also diamonds for better gear and tools. I saw that I managed to do quite a bit of damage to him, but my survivability lagged really badly. I didn't have enough protection to survive his punches and attacks. Exploring the cave, I found a bunch of emeralds and other ores, and also got attacked by a bunch of mobs like spiders and zombies. But with my magic wand and battle mage armor, I could defeat them without even breaking a sweat. The dragon fight I'm preparing for is going to take a lot of strength, and I need to get as many golden apples as I can for it, because with my current armor, I'll have to be eating them one after another when the dragon is attacking me. There's so many zombies and I'm getting hit. This is really bad. I'm just here to mine some ore. Can you please leave me alone? There's so many of them, I just gotta fight them off. Okay, it's getting a little bit clearer now. Yep, we're all done. Back to mining then. Exploring the cave, I also came across a weird zombie called Lagoon. He was different from the rest, but I didn't really know why he had a name. But once I killed him, I finally found my first diamonds. I spent a lot of time underground, so this was a pretty heavy find. I'll need more of them for better tools and armor. And luckily I then came across even more diamonds. My luck was beginning to change, but that is not enough, as these diamonds won't be enough to survive the damage that the dragon does. I'll need to smelt my gold ore and make golden apples. And the dragon also has a special move where he can grab me and lift me in the air with his mouth. And when he bites the prey in the air, he does a lot of damage. I don't know how my mage gear will hold up against that attack. I craft 2 furnaces and start smelting the gold, and while it's smelting I put an arcane table down and power up my gear again. After that quick fight with the dragon, my wand is at half its power and my exorcist hand was also not full. I noticed I was also running low on crystals, but I didn't have any time to find and mine more of them, as the dragon was really close to a local human settlement, and I needed to defeat it before it decided to attack that place. And once I was ready, I got out of the cave and the dragon started charging me. The battle has commenced. I started eating the golden apples to keep my health up, and started blasting him with all my spells. He had really destructive spells, so it was hard to really see if I was even hitting him, especially when he did a fire breath move, which practically blinded me from all the fire effects on my screen. Oh, yep, he's after me. Oh no. He does a lot of damage and I'm on fire. It's really good I have fire resistance because this is really bad. It's a fire dragon, and if I knew it would be a fire dragon, I would learn like ice spells, not fire spells like Flame Breathing. Okay, I'm hitting him with my greater fireballs, but it's hardly doing any damage. I gotta play my cards right. Oh, he grabbed me. Oh no, he didn't. He's just pushing me around. This is really difficult. He then grabbed me from the ground, and this was the biting move he did, which was deadly. Luckily I had a full row of extra hearts in case it did insane damage, but I managed to survive the attack. 2 of my wizard armor pieces were upgraded to battle mage gear, and I guess I was lucky since they gave me a lot more protection, which saved me in this fight. Okay, I'm just casting my spells, I'm just trying to bring him down. He has a lot of health. I took away like only 3 or 4 rows of his health and he has like 10. This is really bad. And I am also on 7 apples and I just gotta eat. I keep eating them. At one moment he became stuck behind the tree, but he was at half his hearts already, so my magic spells were working. Unfortunately I had only 6 apples left, so they were going away pretty fast. I had to play a lot safer if I wanted to last the full fight. And then suddenly it started raining, and the dragon grabbed me in his mouth again. This was another deadly move, but luckily I had a nice row of gold hearts to flatten the damage. But still, this battle was tense. I could easily run out of apples if I don't play my cards right in every moment of this fight. At one moment he did a combo attack on me by stomping my full gold hearts down to only 3 and then taking me in his mouth and doing the deadly bite move. And after that I was already in my actual hearts, and he finishes it by shooting a fire breath attack on me. It seemed he was getting more dangerous the less health he had. But at one moment I had him pinned down and spammed my dart spell. He was in the middle of his attack, so I had this really solid few moments to do a lot of damage before I became his punching bag again. But then with the final attack I managed to bring him finally down. He went down with a scream, and that was the end. As I was cleaning up the random mobs, the rain had stopped and there was sunlight again. The big battle was done, and I defeated the dragon. Coming up to his corpse to get the loot, I clicked his body a few times and random items popped out. Picking them all up, I got a fire dragon flesh, a dragon's heart, dragon bones, and a dragon skull, and even a new spell of advanced skill level, which was perfect for my wand. I can't believe I finally got him down, and look at how many new spells I got. I need a second wand to use all of them. This is so insane. I can finally become a grand wizard when I learn his spells that he dropped, because they're supposed to be really insane and just game breaking in general. I found my cave again, where I left the arcane table and repaired my armor as it was all ruined. Luckily this armor doesn't disappear when destroyed, instead it just has 0 health displayed. I managed to fix it up using my magic crystals, but I didn't have enough to fix the boots unfortunately. That's something I'd have to go mining for later on. As my wand already had all the slots to learn different spells filled, I used my advanced magic glove and learned the spell the dragon dropped. And going outside, I used it and managed to summon a horde of zombies around me. They rose from the ground, but because it was daylight again, they started burning up. And my next spell was a zombie ant swarm. I managed to spawn 4 beefy guardians that would fight by my side now. These 2 new spells from the dragon were really awesome, and they'd help me out a ton later on when I fight some other beast. I also saw the dragon's den, in which there were stashes of gold on the ground, and also a lot of useful stuff in the chests. Overall, this fight was worth it, as not only did I save the citizens of the settlement close by, but also got 2 awesome new abilities, and even all the treasure this dragon's den offers. Oh, there's so much loot. He got chests with iron and stuff, and there's also all these golden blocks. They give you iron nuggets. This is insane. I'm just looking through the chests to see if he has any spells, but I think this is it. We finally did it. We learned the spells, we defeated the dragon. If you made it this far into the video, then subscribe not to miss part 2, where I survived 200 days as a wizard. I hope you enjoyed this adventure, and I'll see you in the next one.